All right, guys, Buster Barnacle here. I haven't done an update in a while on the Holiday Mansion, man. It's been about 10 days now. Now doing some hard research, and it is not looking good. I really wanted to save the stock power and go back with stock power on the boat. Man, after looking at it, lead times on everything, it is, with me doing all the work, it's damn near gonna be 65 grand. And that's just not even, I'm not willing to put that much into it. And he talking about, Volvo was talking about lead times of like 6 months to a year on transom shields. Because I'm not gonna put anything used on it. I don't want anything used off eBay, nothing like that. So, but I'm not gonna put 65 grand into that thing on just power alone. So I'm gonna eat my words. Now I said I would never do it, but now I know why everybody's going to these outboard motor brackets. You know, it's just, you can't beat it. I mean, even if I spent, you know, 15 to 20,000 on two new 200s, you know, it's just going to be better than, you know, the cheaper route than trying to go back with stock power. And I know, I admit I'm wrong. I really wanted to do it, but before I opened my mouth, I didn't look at the cost. So that's just not even feasible. So I'm going to show you guys, you know, how I'm demoing everything. I'm going to, you know, rework the fiberglass on the back, close it off. There are a couple videos on YouTube I've seen of, you know, houseboats switching over, you know, in pretty detailed video. I'm going to try to get into a lot of detail on how I'm just pretty much gutting it and filling in all the holes in the back, rework the gel coat, everything. Start from scratch. We're going to weld up a bunch of steel. We're going to put it inside on the transom. We're going to make the transom thicker. I know I talked about before fiberglass delaminating, but I think if I go with a really good epoxy resin and scuff the surfaces up really good, we're going to really overdo it. I mean, I want to make it so, because I'll plan on at least doing twin 150s, maybe even two 200s. And with the bracket, I'm going to be looking at about 1,100 pounds hanging off of that transom. So 11 to 1,200. And then, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to get going on that. And Suzuki's being kind of weird now. Like, there was not a dealer anywhere where you can just go in and buy two outboards and put them in your truck and leave with them. You can't do it anymore. He said since COVID, I've called from all up and down the East Coast. I was willing to travel to Florida to go down and try to buy just two 150s or two 200s. They won't do it. So I'm going to take the 200 off my Carolina skiff. Take that off, tell them go in and repower it once, come home, take that off, store it, take the boat back, so I'm gonna repower it again. So I'll have one in storage, I'm gonna go buy another one like that. Then I could take that off and then put my new 200 back on the Carolina skiff. That's the only way I can do it. Unless y'all, man, if you can put in the comments, you know, I don't know how else to do it, how else to buy. I hate buying used outboards. I'll never buy used outboards again. It will be two new Suzukis, and but it's just gonna have to, you know, play the system, work the system, because they will not sell you. If you guys know anybody that will, I've called probably at least a dozen places up and down Maryland, Florida, everywhere, and they were like, forget it, we don't do it anymore. So we're gonna have to kind of, you know, play the system on that, but that's down the road. First thing right now is getting everything demoed, getting the engines out. I'm gonna take the old gas tanks out, everything, pressure wash the hell out of the engine compartment, you know, get it all cleaned up, get it all painted real good. I had the guy I bought it from actually had a really good idea on turning all that extra space you got there in the back now into a hot tub. It's not a bad idea. I don't know if you all have heard of that. So basically making a fiberglass insert shell with a hot tub, you know, that would be pretty neat. So I know I'm giving up the swim platform. I might just do like a ladder off the side on the back, you know, bracket that we put on to hold the outboards. You know, do some type of ladders off the side or something. I don't know. We'll think of something. But I really didn't want to lose the swim platform, but it ain't worth 65 grand. So anyway, so that's where I'm at. I've been over here now at the boat slip. This is actually, believe it or not, this is where the boat's going to go. I'll show you guys when it's done. I've got 45 feet here. It's going to kind of go behind my little, this is all going to be deck right here, 22 by 20. This is all going to be, you know, basically like a deck right here. So the boat will go, the property line is from here where I got this fence post down to the other one over there. So actually the boat's gonna sit right here. It is a canal. There's plenty of room all the way across there. You know, I'm roughly 80 to 90 feet across, so there's plenty of room to come in here and turn it around. And you know, if down the canal here, there's another really big houseboat down there, so it's feasible. Plus, at low tide here, you know, this big bayliner here, he's been here for 5 years and it's never sat on the bottom, even at super low tides in the winter. So I think I'm gonna be fine. I'm thinking with the Holiday Mansion, 20 inches, 22 inches, you know, and the least I've seen here over the winter was about 20. So if it sits on the mud for a few minutes, it's all right. But anyway, high tide here in the summer is 4 feet. So I got plenty of water. Not worried about that. So, but this would be like steps going up into the crab shed. You know, this plant I had to quietly make not be living anymore. So this is the fence that I'm working on because I want to kind of close the area off. Part of this little piece of property is a 1,500 square foot of, you know, like little piece of land here. It's pretty neat. So that's why I was able to get this here. Of course, the bricks will all be spread underneath. All this will be gravel. I'm gonna have Zuma's gonna help me get some plants. She's really good with plants, so I'm gonna have her. She's gonna kind of do the landscaping here in front of the fence and make it look real nice. Maybe do a couple raised beds here in the corner or something. But yeah, it should be real nice when it's done, man. Like I said, a big deck right here. So we're gonna get because the Holiday Mansion is up on land right now. We're gonna, since I've totally changed how we're gonna do this, just really not by choice. I mean, there's just, like I said, no way I'm putting 70,000 bucks in that, just in engines, and that's me doing the work. I could imagine if somebody bought one of these boats and was gonna pay someone to do it, it costs you $100,000, you know, to completely repower, new engines, transom, you know, shields, stern drives, the props. Now it's gonna be $1,000 in props, you know, because they're dual props. So he was like, you're $1,000 in props. So, you know, it's just a lot more than I thought it was gonna be, even with me doing the work. So I'm gonna do it. Gonna seal off the back, going with 2 Suzukis. Gonna try to get them as wide as I can apart, you know, as wide to the outside of the boat as possible, to help with, you know, steering, you know, kind of like a skid steer, you know, I can use forward, reverse, because the boat will be, you know, roughly 200 horsepower under design power. So it's gonna try to make up with it with moving the outboards way out, which hopefully that'll give me enough control, pulling into here, being able to turn around on a dime, basically, being able to turn around in place. You know, that's what I'm hoping for, to get it in here. Anyway, that's the plan now, guys. So I'm gonna get cracking on that, and I just want to get this fence knocked out and everything, because, you know, I'm gonna try to get that boat back in the water, because I'm gonna try to do a lot of it here, you know, especially the interior work. All the interior work I'm gonna do here. So, you know, there's no sense of working on how it's freaking so high up in the air now. I don't want to have to deal with that. So, anyway, guys, sorry it took so long for the update. Man, I've got a few new subscribers. I really appreciate it in the past few days, and I know a lot of people like the train horn stuff, man. I don't know why. Every time I put up a video with the train horn stuff, people love it. So, anyway, we're sitting out here enjoying the weather. Already crushed about 5 monsters. I'm gonna keep going. Head back over to the camper. Gonna get some coffee and come on back. Probably work another few more hours. But hey, guys, Russell Barnacle out.